Hello students, we have covered 5 paragraphs of part 2 of chapter 2, The Sound of Music. Let us continue with the paragraph 6. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Fiaz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." With the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio. When he was 14 years old, he went to Allahabad Music Conference with his uncle. Ustad Fiaz Khan was mesmerized with the sound of Shehnai. He patted him and advised him to work hard. Bismillah Khan later became a Shehnai player on radio during 1938. Paragraph 7. When India gained independence on 15th August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with the Shehnai. He poured his heart out into Rag Kafi from the Red Fort to an audience which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet nation with Shehnai during first Independence Day, that is on 15th August 1947. At that time, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was there and he gave speech Tryst with Destiny. Paragraph 8. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where King Zahir Shah was so taken in by the maestro that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets and other souvenirs. The King of Afghanistan was not the only one to be fascinated with Bismillah's music. Film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed after hearing Bismillah play at a festival that he named a film after the instrument called Goonj Uthi Shehnai. He performed both in India and abroad. Talking about abroad trip, he first went to Afghanistan and the King Zahir Shah presented him Persian carpets and other souvenirs. Many were fascinated with his music. A film director, Vijay Bhatt, named his film as Goonj Uthi Shehnai. The film was a hit and one of Bismillah Khan's composition. Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, turning out to be a nationwide chartbuster. Despite this huge success in the celluloid world, Bismillah Khan's venture in film music were limited to two: Vijay Bhatt's Goonj Uthi Shehnai and Vikram Srinivas' Kannada venture, Sanadi Appana. I just can't come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world, he says with emphasis. The film Goonj Uthi Shehnai was a big hit. A song, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, was chartbuster. Apart from this, he was ventured in two films music, that is Vijay Bhatt's Goonj Uthi Shehnai and Vikram Srinivas' Kannada venture Sanadi Appana. He did only two movies and did not done any another, as he never want artificiality and glamour of film world. Paragraph 9. Awards and recognition came thick and fast. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art Festivals and the Osaka Trade Fair. So well known did he became internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him, that is, Tahar Mosik Ustad Bismillah Khan. He won many awards and recognition. He became the first Indian who was invited as at prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in United States of America. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in Cannes Art Festival and Osaka Trade Fair. An international auditorium in Tehran is named after him, that is Tahar Mosik Ustad Bismillah Khan. Paragraph 10. National awards like the Padma Shri, the Padma Bhushan, and the Padma Vibhushan were conferred on him. He won fourth, third, and second highest civilian award, that is Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, and Padma Vibhushan respectively. Paragraph 11. In 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. With the coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glinting with rare happiness, he said, "All I would like to say is, teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music." He won the highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, in 2001. He was so emotional and he advised people to let their children learn music as it is the India's richest tradition. Paragraph 12. In spite of having travelled all over the world, Khan Sahib, as he is fondly called, is exceedingly fond of Banaras and Damrao, and they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. A student of his once wanted him to head a Shehnai school in the USA, and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Banaras by replicating the temples there. But Khan Sahib asked him if he would be able to transport River Ganga as well. Later, he is remembered to have said, "That is why whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning to see Hindustan. While in Mumbai, I think of only Banaras and the holy Ganga. And while in Banaras, I miss the unique Matha of Damrao." He was also known as Khan Sahib. Bismillah was very fond of Banaras and Damrao. He declined an offer from one of his students to settle in the USA, as he was not willing to stay away for long from Banaras and its holy river Ganga. He asked his student if he could also transport river Ganga, which his student obviously could not. He said whenever he go abroad, he misses his own country India, and when he is in Mumbai, he misses Banaras and Ganga river, and when he is in his own town, that is Banaras, he misses Matha of Damrao. Shekhar Gupta. When partition happened, didn't you and your family think of moving to Pakistan? Bismillah Khan. God forbid. Me leave Banaras? Never. I went to Pakistan once. I crossed the border just to say I have been to Pakistan. I was there for about an hour. I said namaskar to the Pakistanis and salam alaikum to the Indians. I had a good laugh. Once Shekhar Gupta asked him why didn't he stay at Pakistan. He said he never wanted to leave Banaras and said once when he went to Pakistan he greeted namaskar to Pakistani whereas salam alaikum to Indians. Paragraph 13. Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of the rich cultural heritage of India, one that effortlessly accepts that a devout Muslims like him, can very naturally play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. He maintained the rich and cultural heritage of India. He strongly believed in his religion and followed the rules and practices. As he played Shehnai at Kashi Vishwanath temple every morning. Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away on 21st August 2006 at the age of 90 after a prolonged illness. He was given a state funeral and the Government of India declared one day of national mourning. When he was 90 years old, he passed away on 21st August 2006 due to illness. In the memory of him, Government of India declared one day of national mourning.